Hi, this is Jeff and Patten with the Star-Herald. I'm speaking today with Bradley Mullan of the Western Nebraska Pioneers. Tell me a little bit about yourself. Where did you grow up?
I'm from Chino Hills, California, which is in Southern California.
And how did you first get into baseball?
Just when I was just little, I just did t-ball and all that, and just fell in love and just kept going with it. So just kind of kept going. Yeah.
And what did you play other sports growing up?
High school was just baseball, but I did like basketball when I was younger, and did little schools like cross country and all that, but mainly just baseball and a little basketball. It was mainly baseball.
Yeah. What was it about baseball kind of drew you to it over other sports?
I just honestly liked it more, but I'm not the fastest really, so basketball wasn't there. Can't shoot that well, so it kind of just came down. Baseball is probably the best I was good at, but overall I just like it, and just watching it too and stuff is just more entertaining for me than other people kind of desire. So yeah, it's more of that.
And where do you play college ball at?
I'm at Gonzaga.
Gonzaga?
Yeah.
And that's I can't remember, where is that?
It's in Spokane, Washington.
Oh,
so
right.
On the east side, yeah.
What grade are you in there?
I'm going to be a sophomore there.
Sophomore.
I'm going to redshirt sophomore, yeah. Or redshirt freshman, but going into my sophomore year academically.
So you still have 4 years of
Yeah, 4 years, yeah.
And with the pandemic, does that affect you at all since you redshirted? Or?
Not little, or kind of, yeah, but at the end of the day, there's more guys back, but that's good for the team, so honestly, I'm fine with it, and if anything, I'm happy to have those guys back. Yeah. Because they're good guys, they're good teammates, and they kind of help me along with it, so it's more of that I like. Yeah.
Do you feel like that redshirt year kind of helped you develop a little bit more?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. I kind of knew in October. They let me know in October, and I kind of just took advantage of it. I didn't have to go to the field at all or anything like that, so it's kind of like a wake-up call, but at the same time, it's also inspires you to look forward to come out here and pitch and stuff like that, and improve and all that. So yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah. Did you get any pitching in at all during your actual freshman year?
No, in the fall I did, but once second semester hit, I did not. No. Yeah.
From what you've seen, what's the difference between high school and college players?
It's just the intensity. Everyone's more passionate, I'd say. They want to get better. More team atmosphere too. I would say it's more just a collective. Like everyone's more in unity with one another. There's not many guys that are selfish and coming out and swinging out. They're more just for the team oriented, and no one's really just selfish, I'd say.
And so have you always been a pitcher?
Yeah, I don't hit at all. I'm really bad at that, so I'm kind of glad I don't.
Yeah. You always pretty much played where they had a DH, or?
Yeah. So I haven't really had a need to swing. I don't bring a bat with me anywhere, so I'm kind of lucky with that. But yeah, makes things easier.
And with the pandemic too, was it kind of hard to keep your arm in shape?
Kind of, yeah. I bought a weight set and all that, so if anything, I felt like I got stronger, I was kind of fortunate to have that ability, but I was throwing every day, so I'm from California. It's not the best area to be at this point, but I was able to get the job done, I'd say.
Yeah, and it's probably a little bit different for a pitcher anyway, where sure you're not throwing to a live batter, but you're still throwing at game speed. Do you think there's a big difference as far as preparing as a batter as a pitcher?
Oh, absolutely. I think these first few weeks there's going to be probably more errors, more walks, less hits. I think just the scores kind of show you they're really just huge differences. There's some tight games, but games are really unpredictable, I'd say. But I think in the next few weeks they'll kind of come back to normal and kind of level out, which is fine. But I think eventually the hitter will start taking advantage. I've seen yesterday's game and stuff like that. So yeah.
And personally too, did you feel like you came in a little bit rusty, or?
Yeah, I'd say my first when we did the inter squad, I was a little off. But at the end of the day, the first game felt fine. But I just got to know mentally that these hitters are probably more uncomfortable than I am throwing.
Yeah.
So you kind of just got to take that to your advantage, just attack the zone, stuff like that.
Yeah. I guess through with 8 or 9 games, you're leading the Expedition League in strikeouts. Is that something that kind of surprises you, or?
Yeah, but at the end of the day, it's just a number. Strikeouts really don't mean much, and I just got to help my team win and just pitch the best way I can, and whatever's best works out. So it's been working out, but can't predict the future. I might have a rough patch or something like that, but as long as I do my best to prevent that, I'm fine with that. So yeah.
Now, how did you find out about the Pioneers?
Oh, my coach placed me here. So my pitching coach at Gonzaga just let me know. It says I placed you here. You're going to be here for the summer, and that was about it. So he kind of just let me know, and that was it.
He didn't really have much of a say, or
not really. No, that's kind of usually how it goes. But I mean, the way he said about the team and the atmosphere here would be a good fit, and so far I feel like it has.
Yeah, were you kind of surprised by the fan support?
Yeah, I mean, you heard about it, but when you kind of get here and see it, it's kind of even more shocking.
Yeah.
But so far, it's been really fun. Just people being passionate here is really kind of neat, especially because we're not really from here.
Yeah.
Necessarily, like we're not like growing up here and anything like that. So I think that's what's more impressive.
Yeah. Is there anything surprised you about the level of competition that you faced so far?
I mean, there's definitely some guys like the guy yesterday that's up to 94. That's pretty firm. But I mean, there's guys that you're like, okay, they're pretty good, and you see a lot. Like there's a lot of potential in these guys, and I think this is what the level of this league is kind of at. Like there's guys that are here, and so I would say, yeah, there's definitely competition here. I mean, you can't just throw fastballs down the middle constantly and strike out everyone out. You got to mix it up. It's a college league for a reason, I'd say. This isn't like these high school tournaments with like just the teams that probably aren't the best level-wise, talent-wise. So yeah.
And with no fall ball or spring ball this past year, just kind of helping you kind of get back in the swing of things for when fall starts back up.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, just to even be out here is kind of a blessing, just because a bunch of kids gone on West Coast got banged. I mean, there's a bunch of leagues that are done, and we're playing, and we're playing a lot of games too. It's not like we're playing 2 games a week or anything like that. We're traveling every 3 days, so I mean, I think that's just huge, just to kind of get in the swing of things and be ready for the fall. So.
Yeah, is it kind of hard going from like no action to like having very few days off?
Yeah, I think it's been an adjustment, but I mean, as long as you're throwing every day beforehand, I mean, before even coming here, that's key, because just to have your arm moving somewhat is just critical, I feel like. And I think I've done a solid job of that. I mean, I could have done a little bit better, but at the end of the day, I'm pretty satisfied with myself in terms of that. So yeah.
And what kind of pitcher are you? Are you a fastball pitcher? Kind of off-speedy pitcher?
I mean, I'd say I'm like right now I'm more fastball, changeup. But I mean, breaking ball is obviously not my best, but I mean, I still got to mix it in there. But overall, I'd say my velo's kind of got a little up than usual. So I mean, I'm saying I'm relying on my fastball more, but before I'd say I was more changeup oriented, and that was my main pitch. And a fastball is more of a secondary to kind of get guys late on it. So yeah, I would say it's kind of changed it a little bit. So I'm more of adjusting to myself, getting used to what my new repertoire the way I'm throwing to guys is.
Yeah. So was this your first time in the Midwest, or have you traveled?
No, this is my first time out here. I mean, I've been to Kansas once for family, but other than that, I've never been to Nebraska before. None of the Dakotas or anything like that. So.
Was there anything that kind of surprised you about here?
I mean, it's all, like I kind of knew it was gonna be a small town, but honestly, I thought there'd be less here in terms of place to eat, things to do. But overall, I've been, I think, more surprised. Like, there's a lot to offer here. I'd say, like the different leagues and just I think everything overall I was kind of surprised with. So there's fast food restaurants here. You think there'd be 1 or 2, but there's a lot. So I mean, overall it's been good. That's it.
I'm disappointed there's not an In-N-Out burger.
It's a little tough, but at the end of the day, when I get back home, that'll be the first thing on my list. So yeah, I'd say so.
All right, well, thank you.
Yeah, no, thank you.
This is Jeff with the Star-Herald. I'm speaking with Bradley Mullan of the Western Nebraska Pioneers today. Thank you for joining us.